You're in Braves country.
Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones, Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider, the quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to B-Mac, Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog, he won 355, could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking, the top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy, the big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler, Matzik and the gift of 2021 the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren, Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755. And old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub call. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. They go! Go crazy, folks! Go crazy!
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win! What a lucky break! The good Lord wants the Cubs to win!
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-1 lead.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose what stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Play ball! At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. If we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So let's see some hustle. Let's jack it up a little. I got a feeling things are about to turn around for us.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside and get set for what should be a great day on Braves Country Radio. We'll go through the lineups today as the game moves along. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the country club. Thank you to all the country club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good afternoon, Braves country. Trying to fix the audio real quick. We should have it going here in a second. Everything going to hell in a handbasket this morning. All right. Must be at the end of a very long week that includes a doubleheader. All right, here we go. Good to see you, Iron Lung. Everybody loves Raymond Lovelace. Nate the Great. Joyce Robledo down in Mexico. Ryan Levine, all country club members. Trina. B.A. Baracus, Brian Andrews. Braden's here today. Justin's here today. George is here today. Justin. See who else do we have here? My man Nathaniel Brooks. Who else is in here today? What you talking about, Willis Mathis? The Justin Green Machine. Royal Pita, John. Nate the Great, everybody's in here. All right, we're ready for a Sunday afternoon. Going to take a real quick break and then get you set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of those Atlanta Braves. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, clean, bold taste. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, in your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
All right, y'all, we are just about set for pitch by pitch. Hopefully the volume issues, it keeps jumping up and down on me. So I have to keep going in and out of this one application that sets it. It keeps shooting it back down for whatever reason. But hopefully I've got it fixed. I'm going to try to check on it from time to time. If y'all see it, if y'all hear it jump down really low, let me know, and I'll have to go back in and fix it. I don't know what in the world's going on today, but that's what's going on. It's been jumping down. We have to keep it at a certain rate so that the radio stations can hear it correctly, and for y'all to hear it correctly on the different apps. We got the card up there. We'll have the game on the screen here in a second, waiting for it to kick in so we can bring it to you. Those of y'all who may be new, we do that to keep the screen from bugging out in front of you and giving you some kind of epileptic seizure. Jen Powell is behind home plate today. First time in Major League history you'll have a female umpire behind home plate. She was at first and third yesterday for games 1 and 2. I thought they would put her at second base today after working the doubleheader, but they're going to put her into the fire here, so wish her well. And like I was telling people in the chat and telling y'all before, she can't be worse than some of these idiots we see on a daily basis. And I think she knows that she's under a microscope. I don't expect her to be perfect. As long as she's consistent with whatever zone she has, that's all you really care about. And because she's not very tall, she doesn't have to crouch down that far either, so she might see the zone a lot better. Joey Wentz is just about set. Braves wearing their home whites on a Sunday afternoon. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. Wait for the 3 to kick in, and here it goes. And the first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. They're going to go ahead and throw the ball out there, so we're going to take a quick timeout as that ball will be kept and probably sent to Cooperstown. You can see already the first pitch that she called was a ball, but she called it a strike, so it's 0-1. Maybe a little nerves. Maybe she has a wide zone. We don't have any information on her yet. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swung on, dribble back up the middle. Ozzie on it, and he's going to let that dribble underneath his glove, and Xavier Edwards is on. One on, nobody out, and that was just a calamity of errors there. Wentz tried to get it. Oh, I see what happened. The ball hit the bag and then took a funny hop off of Ozzie's glove. They might give him an error, but that really is an unfair error because it hit the bag. When it comes off the bag like that, that is a nightmare. We'll see what they end up calling it. They do give it a base hit, and I think that's fair. I'm sure Joey Wentz would say that should be an out, but when it hits the bag like that, that's the equivalent of Mother Nature doing their thing in the baseball world. So lefty-righty matchup. Hernandez the batter. First pitch on the way. Pops it up. High into shallow right field. Olsen goes back, and he will not make the grab. It pops out of his glove. And already the Braves looking more like the Keystone Cops here to start the game. So, they'll live to tell the tale. I don't even know what to tell you about that when you don't give errors to balls in foul territory, but that would be an error if it were. It went right, hit him in a bad place right in the hand and popped straight out. Normally, Matt Olson is extremely good with balls over his head. First pitch after that is an 0-1. right there, four-seam fastball in the inner cut. It's 0-2. Lefty-righty matchup. The 0-2. Swing, lifts it. High into right field. Underneath it is Eli White. He'll get underneath it, one away. Left to right in the outfield today for your Atlanta Braves is Profar. Harris and the Book of Eli is back. Around the horn, Nacho, Alvarez, Nick Allen, Ozzie Albies, Matt Olson, and Smurf is behind home plate. Ozuna is your designated hitter. Drake getting the day off after playing in 2 yesterday. Joey Wentz on the bump, 1 on, 1 out. First pitch on the way to Stowers. He swung on and that ball is belted deep into center field, drifting back at the back of the warning track, making the catch for a loud out number 2. F8 in your scorecard. 75% of the world is covered by water, the rest by Michael the Hawk Harris. 2 down. That missed pay dirt by maybe 3 or 4 feet. It was a hanger. Wentz is lucky to get that one back. What you'll see from Joey Wentz is realistically a 3-pitch mix. He does have a 4th one. The first pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball right there. Otto Lopez, it's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup, runner at first, 2 outs. He's got a 4-seamer he leans on at 76% of the time, and the cutter 36. The 0-1. Fouls it straight back, it's 0-2. Curveball, which comes in at 17% of the time. And he's got a show me change, only throws it about 1%. That cutter acts more like a slider, so don't think of your traditional cutter as one that comes in on the hands like a Rivera type cutter. This is more of like a slider. The 0-2 and pickoff play. Bad throw by Joey Wentz over to first, and Edwards will have a stolen base. He picked him off perfectly, but he threw it right at Matt Olson's ankles, and by the time he got the ball, Edwards was flying into second. Olson just kept it in his pocket so he didn't throw it into the outfield. And Olson was charging the throw as well because he was trying to get in line to be able to throw to second base. So that was a really bad throw. The 0-2. Swing. Fouls it back out of play. It's 0-2. Thank you for the support on the channel there, Justin. You get a country club membership. Jose gets the membership this time via Justin. The 1-2. As the 4-seam fastball misses high and out of the zone. That was almost pitch out territory. Day game after a doubleheader, and the Braves look like it. They are sloppy. They don't look like they're awake yet. We're just trying to endure this beginning of the game. The 1-2. Swing, fouls it back, and do it again. Joey Wentz's over-under out there today was 4.5, but it was on the plus side. I think it was a plus 115. One-two count. Swing, chops it foul, we'll do it again. Braves nothing, Marlins nothing. 2 outs. The 1-2. Pops it up. Will that stay in play? Olson gives chase over by the first base dugout. Nope. That'll bend out of play. Do it again. 1-2 count. Lefty-righty matchup. Wentz about to throw his 14th pitch of the inning. Comes set. Southpaw delivers. Curveball down and away, 2-2. In the videos that I have seen, Powell has a very animated strikeout call, but I don't know if that's every time or if it's just every once in a while, so we'll see what happens here. The 2-2, swing, backhanded over towards third base. Nacho has it, throws it in the dirt, but a great scoop by Olsen will keep the inning from going any further. Marlins go scoreless to the Braves. Look sloppy early on.
You know what? I blame Barney for making me believe that if I love you, you'll love me. Because that's not how it works, you stupid purple mother.
I want you to put the word out that my Atlanta Falcons are very much back. We are back, baby. We are back. NFC title contenders, best believe it. Let's go.
Brittany Griner wants a paternity test because she don't believe she is the father of her wife's child. Free Brittany again.
I mean, how can you argue with that? My bet would be with her.
Why is it drinking 8 cups of water almost seems impossible, but 8 beers? Hell, that's almost getting started.
The f***ing Americans are getting up to some absolute shenanigans at the LA County Fair. The food is some of the most disgusting footage I've ever witnessed. Well done, America. You should be proud. What other nation could possibly bring us the triple donut cheeseburger? I love how not only is it a donut burger, it has 3 burgers in it. They were going to go with 2, but they didn't want to be starving people. And the Americans need the energy, so they can walk over and buy a cereal burger. Pickle lemonade. Nobody asked. America delivered. But there were also healthy options of... No, never mind.
Out of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets. The 2-1. Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Breed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe. Braves win. Braves win. Braves win. Braves win.
You're in Braves country.
All right, sloppy first inning, and the Braves somehow come out unscathed. First pitch on the way to Jerkson Profar is fastball, top of the zone. It's 0-1. Yeah, I saw you commenting, Sleepy. Yeah, that first pitch strike that was called by Jen was a really bad call, but I would say it 99% of that is nerves. The 0-1, swing, pops it up. Pretty high, but not deep enough. Center field. Making the catch, 1 away. I guess if I leave it on that batter, they're just going to follow the umpire around, so we'll go ahead and go back to the strike. One down. Matt Olson, the batter. Cal Quantrell is the pitcher. We'll go over his repertoire here in 1 second. First pitch on the way is a cutter. Right there on the outer edge, it's 0-1. He is a true kitchen sink pitcher. He throws 6 pitches, and they're all pretty evenly split. A cutter, a four-seamer, a splitter, a sinker is the 0-1. Swing, pops it up. Got underneath the curveball there. Lazy fly ball into right field. 4 pitches, 2 outs. A cutter, a four-seamer, a splitter, a sinker, and a curveball. He also has a slider. Now, mainly, it's the cutter, four-seamer, splitter, along with that sinker. So normally, he's just trying to change the shape and the speed of what is essentially the fastball. And then that curveball that Matt Olson just flipped underneath, that one in the slider is to get you to chase. Sinker's right down the pipe, 92 miles an hour. It's 0-1. Cal Quantrell, he's bounced around the league, but he's kept himself where he's what you would call is the 0-1. Right there, first strike, it's 0-2. Grizzled veteran. 0-2 count, righty-righty matchup. Marcell Ozuna with 2 home runs in yesterday's game. The 0-2 misses high. 1-2. He is now tied with the team lead with 18 home runs, and a lot of that has to do with the drought from Matt Olson. 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. So Ozuna's batting in the 3rd spot now. Smurf batting cleanup. I still think that's way too high for him, the way he's been hitting. But he is batting cleanup, and then Michael Harris II will be batting 5th. Ozzie 6th. The 2-2. Swing, rips it down the 3rd baseline. We'll do it again. Eli White batting 7th and in right field. Nacho 8th, and Nick Allen is batting 9th. Left to right across the outfield for the Miami Marlins, it's Myers, Hill, and Hernandez as the 2-2. Down and away, full count. Sano is back at 3rd today, so Paulie getting the rest after the doubleheader. Lopez at short, Edwards at 2nd, Wagaman at 1st, and Hicks is behind home plate. The payoff pitch to Ozuna. Swing! That ball is belted high and deep. Going back on the track. Making the catch at the wall for a loud out. Number 3 is Myers. Marcell Ozuna gave it a ride. It's 0-0. We go to the 2nd.
Why do Americans not use an electric kettle?
I'll tell you why Americans don't use an electric kettle. Wait, can I say this as a British person? Yeah, because they're too busy throwing the tea in the arbour.
And pedicure?
Yeah, the boys get pedicure.
Not this boy. Not this one right here.
Dang. So I'm inviting you on a date, but we can go get our feet done. And you turn it down?
No, Ma, look. Listen. You know I love spending time with you, right? I do. And you know I love spending time with you, right?
Okay.
So, and you know I would never turn down a free opportunity to do my mama but a pedicure. Like, they got arcades. We could go to an arcade and see a movie.
But no, I'm not understanding what's wrong with you and your feet.
Why would I get my feet touched by another person?
Hey.
I barely touch my own feet.
Hey, I met Chicken Guy, and I met Guy Fieri's place, or Fieri. You know, it depends on how you spell it and how you say it. But swear to God, 2 chicken sandwiches, 2 waters, $70. Oh, by the way, you want sauces on your thing? They're $1 a piece. You, Guy.
It was unreal. It was just happening.
All of a sudden, after the All-Star game, we won 10 in a row. So that was like a miracle. That's when we knew we really had a chance to really win this thing.
Suddenly, Boston found themselves in the middle of a pennant race, one for the ages, with 4 teams vying for the American League flag. Boston, Chicago, Detroit, and the Minnesota Twins.
We had radios going on in the locker rooms trying to pick up games of which team is doing what. Boy, there was a lot of scoreboard watching going on during the course of the season.
Welcome back. Joey Wentz goes back to work. First pitch on the way is a cutter inside. It's 0-1. They came back from break. The producer and cameraman better watch themselves. Jen was bending over, cleaning off home plate like umpires do. He was squaring in on there, man. You're going to get yourself in a lawsuit. The 0-1, fouls it back. It's 0-2. You need to have the high camera view. 0-2 count. Lefty-righty matchup. Outside wide. 1-2. Yeah, Nicholas, you must not have been paying attention, but the ABS will be in 2026. The 1-2, down and in the dirt, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. That's why that was the whole reasoning for putting it into spring training this year, but you probably weren't with us for spring training. The 2-2 slaps it over to first. Good play by Olsen. backhands it like a hockey goalie, jets his way to first, one away. Because the thing is, and this is just stuff that honestly most people don't pay attention to, but so the collective bargaining agreement, yeah, I'm telling you, man, that cameraman better watch out. It's the second time he's done that. The collective bargaining agreement is set up where they can't implement everything they want, but if they put it into spring training, then the next year it's fair game, so that's why it was put in. First pitch on the way to Wagaman is hit deep into the corner, making a jumping catch at the wall at the 325 mark is Eli White for a loud out number 2. He may not have had to have jumped, but he was just a couple of feet in front of the wall back there, and I don't think he was 100% sure know where he was. So a good defensive play there by Eli. Quickly 2 down, 21 pitches in. The wind is whipping out to right. First pitch swinging, that ball's belted towards the gap. That's going to get down up against the wall, barehanded by Profar. He'll fire it into the infield. A one-hopper to Ozzie, but it's a 2-out double for Derek Hill and the Marlins. So Wentz, not particularly sharp so far. He's had a couple of balls clubbed in back-to-back innings. The go-ahead run gets into scoring position. That'll bring Hicks to the plate, the number 8 hitter for the Marlins. Lefty-lefty matchup, Liam Hicks. First pitch on the way is a cutter at the knees. It's 1-0. Hicks batting .256 on the year. Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lockout or a strike for sure, Iron Lung. There usually is. It's really remarkable that they didn't have one in the CBA 2 times before. The 0-1 down and in 1-1. And I don't know, it might have to get uglier before it gets prettier, because simple fact of the matter is, if you're a Braves fan or you pull for a team that's not the Yankees, not the Dodgers, is the 1-1. Swing, rips it into right, down for a base hit. Here comes Eli firing the ball to home plate. The runner will score, and they've got the runner. They would have had the runner down at second. Bit of a wide throw by Smurf. Bad job by Allen to try to backhand that. And he's going to make it all the way down to third. So it'll be a single, an E2, an RBI single. Hill gets the run. I'm telling you, this team looks sloppy today. And once again, when you put the doubleheader on right before the day game, you're kind of asking for this kind of nonsense. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing, lifts it into center field. Harris going back on the track, making the catch, the running catch, and that'll end the inning. Marlins get one on the board. Braves are going to have to score some runs because the defense looks like they're sleepwalking.
I did not mean to push all of your buttons. I was just looking for the mute.
What's the most overrated dog breed?
Frenchies.
What's the most overrated dog breed?
Overrated? Doodle.
Aaron, most overrated dog breed?
Overrated?
Yes.
French Bulls.
Most overrated dog breed?
Overrated? Golden Doodles.
All right, what's the most overrated dog breed?
Any doodle, ever. Any doodle.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying you and your girlfriend's are an idiot. Today you just lectured for an hour. You just gave me a whole big story on how there's a gender pay gap and women get paid less than men. It's proven all over the planet. Yesterday, you and your same girlfriends told me for 2 hours how there's no such thing as gender, how everything's fluid. There's no such thing as gender. So now there's no such thing as gender yesterday, but today there's a gender pay gap. So if there's no such thing as gender, then the reason you're getting paid less is what? Because you're stupid? Because if you tell me you're getting paid less because you're a woman, I'm going to refer you to yesterday's discussion where there was no thing as gender. Pick one and stick to it. You hypocrites, every one of you.
Right in the thick of it were the 65 AL pennant winners, powered by their leader, Harmon Killebrew.
He just put us on his back and just carried us. We needed those big blasts coming off of his bat.
And in Detroit, the Tigers were on a roll.
It may be a triple play.
While in Chicago, the pitchers for the first place White Sox were getting stronger. And to stay in the race, Boston needed Lonborg, Yaz, and Tony C to stay hot.
High fly ball to left field. Will Willie have room? He don't. Into the netting for a home run.
Welcome back. Sean Murphy, the batter. Now, to be clear about the strike or / lockout, it's really the same thing. Players like to call it a lockout, and the owners like to call it a strike. That way the other side looks bad. But anyways, the work stoppage is the first pitch on the way to Sean Murphy is a swing and a miss. High heat, top of the zone, it's 0-1. That will not be until 2027, the spring of 27. The 0-1. Swing. Lifts it high. Get up, baby. Get up. Get up. Just going to have enough room at the back of the warning track for a loud out number 1. That wind is whipping from left to right at a pretty high mark, and it shoved that ball, and I think it kept it in the ballpark. If there's a dead wind out there, that probably creeps over the wall. If you're going to get one out today, I think you're going to have to hit it to right, or you're going to have to hit it on a line drive. Both that one and the Marcell Ozuna towering out were both into left field, and they both had a lot of wind underneath it. First pitch to Money Mike is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 from Quantrell. Swing. Lifts that to right, but not enough underneath it. 2 down. Yeah, the Braves are doing this. Braves are doing what we've seen a lot in the Snicker era, which is the day games. Seems like they mail it in the first 3 or 4 innings. There's not a lot of life in the team. You didn't see that in the Bobby Cox era. Normally the day games were good things for Braves, but this group of guys, they come out lethargic, and there's not a lot of fire in the dugout to keep them kind of sleepwalking through the first few innings. First pitch on the way is a cutter up top. It's 1-0. 1-0. I'm not putting it all on Snicker either, don't get me wrong. It's 1-0, fouls it back 1-1. Just the group of managers that he has had in that dugout, and he doesn't make all the decisions on who's employed. But they're all just kind of ho-hum, quiet people. The 1-1 chops it down the first base line. That is just fair. Good defensive play by Wagaman. He'll underhand it to Quantrell covering the bag. 3-1, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down in order. We'll be back in a flash. Joey Wentz will try to keep it where it's at here in Braves country.
Hello, I'm Charles Daniels. For years, we've been taking you to villages like this and showing you the heartbreak of families whose only mistake was being born poor. They need your help. And for only
$2.99
a month, you can provide
the Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
Ask for more. Sorry? Ask for more money. Why are you starting so low?
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
As you can see, these villagers are desperate for your help, so don't hesitate. Dial the number and send over
$2.99
a month. That's all we need.
Start higher. I know, right?
$2.99
a month. May not sound like a lot, but it can mean so much to
Braves Country Radio.
It's not even a round number. I'm just saying, why not start at
$2.99
a month? That's all these people need to survive. And they'd be so lucky and appreciative to get it. So for the price of a cup of coffee.
What you talking about? All they need to send is the bare minimum to keep us alive.
How you gonna save our lives
fries with only 39 cents? Because I'm trying to do the math in my head, but I just can't see it.
$2.99.
This is plenty.
He keeps saying,
$2.99.
why you keep saying,
For the price of a cup of coffee.
why it can't be the price of an Arizona iced tea?
Because it's not the price of an Arizona. It's got to be coffee.
It don't, though.
Plus, coffee is way more expensive than...
$2.99.
You know, for a starving village, you people have a lot of energy.
Hey, how much is that coffee?
It doesn't matter.
I bet you don't even know what country you in.
I do know what country I'm in.
What country you at? What country you at?
Braves Country Radio.
All right,
Hey, if you want to see this cheap-ass white man again, you better send us
$2.99.
cash right now. Don't hesitate.
Someone Googled Drake Baldwin's hockey stats. I guess he played hockey in high school, and I don't know if he played it past that, but he definitely played hockey when he was in earlier. They don't have it defined in the stats, but it said that Drake Baldwin's hockey stats his final year. Check this out: as the first pitch on the way is a cutter in the dirt to Edwards. It's 0-1. He had 46 goals, 24 assists for 70 points in just 24 games. Now, granted, that's not the NHL, but for those of y'all who follow hockey, you know that's extremely good. The 1-0 swung on, fouled straight back. It's 1-1. So, long story short, Drake Baldwin is an athlete. 1-1 count. You can't say that about a lot of catchers. In fact, Sandy Leon would probably tell you he's not very athletic. The 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1. 2-1 count. I guess if Atlanta ever gets that hockey team straightened out, he can do double duty the way Dion did with the Falcons. The 2-1 swing, chops it over to short. Allen's got it, fires it first, and Edwards is retired, one away. Edwards has had himself a series against the Braves. He's batting now over .305 before that at bat. It's good to get him out. It seems like he has been on base every time he's gone up there, and he is a headache when he gets on because of his speed. One out, nobody on. The number 2 hitter, Hernandez, 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch on the way is a cutter down and in. It's 1-0. Wentz is yet to strike anybody out, so Book may be out on him. I still think he would be a very good keep over for next year out of the bullpen. And the swing man, the 1-0 right there at the knees. 1-1. It's hard to find those left-handers. It's even harder to find the ones that you could bring out of the bullpen for multiple innings. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And he could spot start into, we all know it takes more than 5 starters to get through in Major League Baseball season. The Braves have averaged about 13 to 14 starters, and they'll hit that mark well past that this year. But the last several years, they're right around the 13, 14 starters to get through a season. 1-2 count. Swing, chops it over to first. Hard one hopper over into the glove of Nacho. He'll flip it to Olsen. 2 down. They're definitely getting some hard hits off of Wentz today, but he's kept the score down so far. Two up, 2 down. Now you got a lefty-lefty matchup in Kyle Stowers. 25 home runs on the year. Former Baltimore Oriole that came over in the Trevor Rogers trade. Four-seam fastball that swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. It's one of those rare instances where both teams are very happy with the trade they made. Baltimore really needs some depth in starting pitching, and the Marlins needed some offense. The 0-1, 94 up top, 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss, 1-2. Yeah, I was noticing that about the chat too, John. I was noticing someone was complaining about it in a chat that I was watching this morning on YouTube. It wasn't ours; it was a different station. It's football related, and they were complaining about it. I rarely ever make comments in those because I'm usually watching it as I'm working in studio, so I don't have time to even think about dropping. But I saw several. I don't know what the deal is. I saw several complaints. The 1-2, cutter in the dirt, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Lefty-lefty matchup. Swing. Chops it off the plate. We'll do it again. Braves nothing. Marlins 1. The 2-2 in the dirt. Curveball 3-2. He just simply is not throwing that curveball well today. And nobody's biting on it. So then that really turns him into a 2-pitch pitcher, and that's why he's getting tagged. The payoff pitch, inside ball 4. Tried to go in with the bender, and it was nowhere near the zone. Otto Lopez, the batter, lefty-righty, first pitch. Right there, 93 on the inner cut. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it back, 0-2. (0-2) count. Lopez batting .246 on the year. He does have 11 home runs. Very speedy shortstop with pop. The 0-2 swing, rips it into center field, going back, making the running catch is Michael the Hawk Harris on the fly, making a jumping grab, and that'll end the inning. 75% of this world is covered by water. The rest by the Hawk.
I'm even making this video today is to show y'all that the ass is poking. I must have walked by and almost knocked the damn pictures off the wall.
Dad, I don't know why you're carrying on this way. We are, after all, talking about a broken down chair. If you don't like this chair, I'll get you another one. Any chair you want. Really? All right, I'll tell you what chair I want. I want the chair I was sitting in when I watched Neil Armstrong take his first step on the moon. And when the U.S. hockey team beat the Russians in the '80 Olympics. I want the chair I was sitting in the night you called me to tell me I had a grandson. I want the chair I was in all those nights when your mother used to wake me up with a kiss after I'd fallen asleep in front of the television. You know, I still fall asleep in it. And every once in a while, when I wake up, I still expect your mother to be there ready to lead me off to bed. Oh, never mind. It's only a chair.
But I'm tired of this pandering. You know, you can say
it works.
It works because these people don't know how the country works, and it affects them later in life when they realize when they maybe do get a job and maybe they are working or trying to contribute to society, not living off the system for their entire lives. Then later they go, well, why is inflation so high? Why are interest rates so high? You voted for it, you morons. You're easily fooled. You don't even have to be a good magician to put on a show for these people.
Tony C was having a nice, solid Tony C year, 20 home runs and 67 runs batted in on the evening of August 18th, 1967.
But on that night, Tony C's career would be changed forever by one fateful pitch.
anyone who's ever been in a ballpark when there's a beating knows the deathly silence. And this, of course, was something that was even more acute because it was Tony C.
I was on deck when Tony got hit, and I'll tell you, just the sound of the ball hitting him, I saw his cheek just blow, just like you're blowing up a balloon.
The concern was great that, was he going to lose his vision? And a lot of people just prayed and hoped that he could come back.
Tony wasn't coming back in '67, and his career was in jeopardy.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. First pitch on the way to the Book of Eli is a high heat inside the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. The 1-0. Inside first strike, 1-1. Braves trail 1-0. Showing a scene in the dugout where Profar and Michael are looking at video. It's 1-1. Down and away, 2-1. I mean, let's hope it's batting video and it's not like SpongeBob SquarePants or something. Hopefully, somebody's trying to work on something around here. I don't see any coaches around them. The 2-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, lifts it into center. Knuckling ball towards the center fielder, Hill. He'll make the adjustment and grab the catch. 1 away. The ball was moving fast and almost whiffled towards him. A lot tougher catch than what Hill just made it look like. 1 up, 1 down. First pitch on the way to Nacho Alvarez as the ball pops out of the glove of the catcher, Liam Hicks. 1-0. Atlanta Braves. The 1-0 swing, broken bat, and that's going to get in for a base hit. All right, the Braves finally have some life here in the bottom of the third inning. Took a broken bat single to get there, but we got there. Let's go, Braves country. Good piece of hitting there by Nacho Alvarez.
Hey, check it out.
What?
Look, that guy.
Get me some nachos.
It is a sign that needs nachos to help me score.
Had just enough strength to get it over the head of Otto Lopez, who was giving it chase. First base hit for the Braves as we have 1 out here in the third inning. Nick Allen stands in. First pitch on the way, 94. Right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. All in all, she's called a good game so far, except for that very first pitch. I wonder if she just told everyone up there as the 0-1 swing, swats it down the left field line. Stay fair, baby! Just foul! Nick Allen actually had some home run pop to that. Just left to the foul pole. That's as close as he's gotten all year long. I just wonder if she walked up to everyone and said, I don't give a damn what it is. It's going to be a strike the first pitch, so you better swing. I'm at the show, baby. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. 1-2 count. Righty-righty matchup. One-two. Misses high, 2-2. Four-seam fastball high and out of the zone. Nacho, not much of a threat to run. He has some stolen bases down on the farm, but doesn't really have that kind of elite speed. He'll pick his pockets and take off if he thinks you're ignoring him. Kind of like Freddie Freeman used to do. The 2-2. Rifles it foul. We'll do it again. Quantrill is at just 29 pitches. Extremely low for 1 out in the third inning. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that the Braves just were swinging at everything to start the game. The 2-2 from the cue. Fouled back that one. just getting a piece of it. Allen, if nothing else, making them work. Two count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike three. 95 up top. 2 down. Mark says he's been a Dolphins fan since '83. Wasn't that Clayton's number? Or am I misremembering that? Well, I'm certain that's Mark Clayton's number. Righty-lefty matchup. Profar, the batter. They'll flip it over to first. Keep Nacho close by. If he would have gotten picked off, I'd have been like, dude, you know you're not stealing. Don't get picked off over there. Thank you for the channel support there, Mr. Iron Lung. Cutter. Misses up top. It's 1-0. Maybe that'll bring us some good look. Profar has had some pop in his bat here recently. The 1-0. Swing. Lifts it into center field. Right at Hill. Making the running catch, and that'll end the inning. Braves do finally get the first base hit of the game. We head to the fourth, trailing by only 1.
I feel a little bit attacked right now, TikTok. You know how it says you can choose like where you're at, put your location? Well, I guess based on where I am, it gives me options. Do you know what one of the options is that they gave me? Big Butt Mountain.
It is so hot outside, I almost called my ex so I could be around something shady.
Yesterday, scientists in the United States revealed that beer contains small traces of female hormones. To prove their theory, they fed 100 men 12 pints of beer and observed that 100% of them started talking nonsense and couldn't drive.
But the Red Sox were still in a pennant race, and the burden of carrying the team now fell squarely on the shoulders of Yaz.
Base hit into left. Yastrzemski in on the ball, throwing home. Out at the plate.
He just showed the idea of the game is to win in 15 different ways, and he won games by making great catches.
Yastrzemski making a long run. He makes the catch.
By hitting clutch home runs.
Deep. Let's see. It is in there for a home run, and Yastrzemski in the 9th inning has tied it up.
He hit every kind of pitch. When they tried to pitch around him up high, he tomahawked one out of the ballpark. I mean, it was incredible.
2 runs are coming across. Yastrzemski digs for 3 and triples.
He hustled first to third, second to home, stretched singles to doubles. He was driven.
Yaz was putting up Triple Crown numbers, and in the process, stepped into the spotlight and out of the shadow of the splendid Splinter.
Ted Williams was known just as a hitter, a great hitter. Carl this year has been amazing in all phases of the game. He could beat you with the glove, with the arm, with the legs, and with the bat.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country. Joey Wentz go back to work. He's at 44 pitches, so he's right where he wants to be, though he's given up the 1 run. Myers will lead it off for the Fish. First pitch swinging. Fouls it back. It's 0-1, excuse me. Wentz is yet to strike anybody out. He's given up 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 run. I'd like to see him go 6 or 7 here, see if he can get towards the back of that bullpen after the doubleheader yesterday, the 0-1. Down and in 1-1. Braves took the doubleheader. They swept the doubleheader. They've already clinched the series, winning 3 of the first 4 games. And they really put a damper on Miami Marlins' chances of making the playoffs. The 1-1 in the dirt 2-1. Marlins today. They're 6 games out of the wild card, but more importantly, 4 teams in front of him for that last spot. The 2-1 swing, rifles it towards right field. That's down for a base hit, up against the wall. Eli will play the carom, has a hard time coming up with the ball, fires it into the infield, and it'll be a leadoff double for Dane Myers and the Miami Marlins. He comes up with it quickly. He might have had a chance, but once he bobbled it and kicked it around a little bit, no chance of getting Myers. Myers has decent speed, but he's not really a speedster. We all know Eli's got a cannon. Once it came off the wall, he was trying to barehand it and relay it, but just couldn't get the handle. Wagaman, the batter now, lefty-righty. First pitch, down and in cutter, 1-0. 1-0. That's what I thought, Mark. I was a Dolphin fan back then when I was a kid. 1-0. Right there at the knees, 1-1. Moved away from Florida. Lived in North Florida when I was a kid and moved away. And still continued to pull for the Dolphins. And then when they did what they did to Marino, that was it for me. The 1-1 swing. Hammers it to third. Line drive. One hopper into the mitt of Nacho. He'll chase the runner back to second, fire it to first. 1 down. Good defensive play there by Nacho. The ball was scalded. First I thought he caught it on the fly, but must have just chopped in front of him. Oh yeah, it was a short hop just in front of him. Good pick and grab there by Nacho. First pitch on the way is a 4-seamer right down the pipe. It's 0-1. No word on Austin Riley. My guess is we don't see him till close to September. They're going to let him fully heal after re-aggravating whatever the issue was with the dive and tag on Ellie De La Cruz in Bristol. Remember something about that. Not only was he diving and proving he's much faster than Ellie De La Cruz, and he did that at the Bristol racetrack. It was cement underneath that tarp. Wentz will spin around and chase the runner back to second. So I remember when we had the rain delay, people thought there was gravel and that it had a great. There was no draining system underneath that. The 0-1 pops it back foul. It's 0-2. They went over that in detail the next morning. I wasn't aware of it either, but folks were talking about in the chat that they had a good drainage system because it's a sports. It's not. It's the infield at a NASCAR track, and they don't really worry about the drainage system down there because normally it has nothing to do with the race. Everything's tilting in anyways. So they were sitting on cement, and that's why it puddled and flooded so quickly. The 0-2 misses outside 1-2. But that's also why when he goes diving onto the dirt chasing Ellie De La Cruz, he essentially landed on cement. Think of like the old school AstroTurf. That's essentially what they were playing on, just a little better modernized. The 1-2 slices it foul. We'll do it again. So there's probably more bruising than anything else, but that happened last Sunday. I mean, my guess is maybe by Labor Day weekend we see Austin Riley. 1-2 count. Up high and out of the zone, 2-2. The other thing you got to think of when you're not in the playoff race, and we're coming into today 17 games under 500, 13 back of the final wild card spot, 17 and a half out of first place in the East. The 2-2, outside wide, 3-2. There's no sense of rushing him back out there and then he injures something else because he's nursing that injury, and then it affects his offseason getting ready for 2026. The payoff, up top, misses, ball 4. The first and second, nobody out. Wentz with the second walk of the day, still looking for a strikeout. Krantz is going to go out there and talk to him. Krantz is going to have to quit skipping leg day, man. He has a hard time getting up and down those stairs. He's going to have to start doing some squats in the offseason or something. Them little pencil legs are going to give out in the near future if he doesn't start doing something. First and second, 1 out. Liam Hicks will be the batter. He singled his last time up. Jen Powell goes out there to break up the powwow. She gets a standing ovation from many of the patrons here. Many of the female patrons here in the crowd. They're giving her a standing ovation. She's trying not to smile as she puts the mask back on. Cool moment for her and everybody in the audience who's rooting her along. So back to work here, first and second, 1 out. A double play gets you out of it. First pitch on the way. Swing, slice it foul, it's 0-1. Like to see him get that first strikeout, might give him a little bit of confidence. Heard many of pitchers talk about it. When they go out there and after they've thrown a few innings, they don't have a strikeout. They're like, man, did I lose it? Can I not get guys out anymore? The 0-1, right there, P at the knees, 4-seam fastball. It's 0-2. Biggest thing that he hasn't been able to locate well today has been that curveball, and he's really been using that a lot to get his strikeouts in previous starts with the Braves. The 0-2, they set up wide. Pops it up. High in the sky, into left field. Profar makes the catch, 2 down. He went to that cutter that time. His cutter doesn't have that diving away action it was having the first 3 or 4 outings he had with the Braves. Two on, 2 out. First pitch, 93. Top of the zone. Hits the zone. Called a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch in the dirt. Cutter misses, 2-1. That cutter that he got on the strike just a second ago might be the best one he's thrown all day. We saw Sanoa yesterday struggle with the slider, and that's essentially what his cutter is. The 2-1. Swing, chops it over towards short. Went to the cutter again. That'll get us out of the inning. So, after getting a couple on, Wentz gets out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Grab the sticks. Heart of the order. Wake up, Matt Olson. We need a home run.
I'm going to start dating for money. I'm not dating for love. Okay? Because dating for love has cost me. This is a bad investment.
Shouldn't.
Yeah, you should never. Do you?
Yes.
Nuh-uh. Do you really?
Do you not?
Hell no.
You've never done it?
Ever.
You never wanted to do it?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to.
Maybe you should do it.
Nah.
I think you should fucking
You're
do
bad.
it.
I can already tell you're a horrible influence.
I'm about a damn sucker for a cold beer. It happens all the time. It's 1,050 degrees outside, so I'll get thirsty and I'll say, you know what sounds good? A cold beer. And I'll drink that one, and it's just not quite satisfied. It went down too easy. Or maybe just one more. And then 15 beers later, I'm drunk. And then I'll have me a little nap, and I wake up feeling like My sweat will smell like a brewery. Blood is turned into concrete because I'm so ungodly dehydrated. Chug some water and I'll have a come to Jesus meeting with myself, and I'll say we're not doing that for a little bit. You have got to pull it together. And that lasts about 5 minutes. Ooh, look, a cold beer. And we're off to the rodeo. If you think I'm just going to have the one, then we do whole hog around these parts. We don't half-ass nothing. Except mowing the yard. I don't do that.
If you ever feel like you just, want to be lazy, or like, for instance, me, my back was hurt, so we're going to get Walmart to deliver. Don't. Y'all done got 11 million text messages from these people talking about, can we substitute this? First, they want to substitute the water. That was fine. Then they text me and want me to substitute Dr. Thunder for Diet Dr. Pepper. Baby, I had Diet Dr. Thunder back in the day. We ain't doing it now. So I sent him a message, y'all. I said, do they have the 6-pack of bottles or the 12-pack of cans? Y'all know what he said to me. I don't know. I didn't look. What the you mean you didn't look? Ain't that your job? Oh, so we're going to Walmart. Adios.
Welcome back, Braves country. First pitch on the way to Big Matt Olson is up top for a ball. It's 1-0. He flew out his last time up. Batting just .259 these days. Power outage, still sitting at 18 home runs. 1-0, misses high, 2-0. What we've seen so far regularly from Powell's strike zone is that she pinches the top of the zone. Is the 2-0, swing, lifts it, into right center field. Get up, get up, get up! Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong! A solo shot. If I knew that's all it took, I'd have done that a while ago when we went to break.
Field, smooth as it gets.
His 19th home run of the year.
Ice House, always smooth, never watered down.
We must win today. Losing is not an option.
Clocks that 419 happy feet, and he'll take the home run lead back from Marcell Ozuna for team lead. And the Braves are on the board, and we're tied up 1-1. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Top of the zone, misses high. 1-0. What I was saying about Jen's strike zone, she's been pretty much across the board except for that first pitch. But the top of the zone, the top corner, she's not giving an inch, and she's pinching it a little bit as the 1-0. Pops it up. Down the right field line, giving chase, and just making the running catch. Great over-the-head grab by Xavier Edwards, the second baseman, in very shallow right field, one away. But what I was going to say about that is she's a lot shorter than a lot of umpires, so that really doesn't surprise me that she's going to call the zone. She hasn't missed any pitches that are like egregious up top, but you've noticed that she doesn't give any leeway at all to the top of the zone, so you're going to have to be inside the zone if you're going to go upstairs. You can't be just touching it. First pitch on the way inside, almost gets Sean Murphy in the head. He takes a seat. 1-0. I don't know if that was a purpose pitch or just lost his. I don't think that was intentional. Jen will fan off the plate while Murphy gets back to his feet. 1-0. Swing, rips it over towards third. Soft line drive into the glove of the third baseman, Sanoa, but he had to dodge a broken bat, another shattered bat by Quantrill, 2 away. I'm surprised he didn't. I don't know if he didn't see the bat. It went right by his head. He looked at it afterwards. That thing. Oh, it missed him by more than I thought it did. I thought it just went over his head. It was quite a bit past him, but as close as it was, as the 2-out curveball, first pitch to Michael Harris is down for a base hit. And Money Mike is on, and he gets down to second base. He'll sneak in for a 2-out double, and Money Mike's got it going. How about that? See if they want to challenge this. Was a close play.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game
They're
tight.
taking forever. They're not going to challenge it. Edwards thinks he got it. Now, whether or not they have a good enough angle, that's what they have to determine from the dugout. Because obviously they're not standing. Oof. Here's the problem. A, I think he got in there. B, if he didn't get in there, second base umpire Chris Scuccione, his leg was blocking the view of the best view that you would have had. So Mike is at second, representing the go-ahead run. First pitch on the way to Ozzie was high and outside. It's 1-0. The 1-0 misses high, 2-0. So 2-0 count. So once again, if you're the opposing pitcher for either team and seeing the way she's calling the strike zone so far, I'm going to live downstairs, maybe a little east or west, but upstairs you're not getting anything. The 2-0 misses high, 3-0. That one was legitimately out of the zone. Not saying you don't go upstairs at all because you still want to change the view, but if you're trying to get strikes called, I think you got a much better chance lower in the zone. And that's all I've ever said about any umpire. Your zone doesn't have to be perfect, but if it's consistent, we can live with it. 3-0 count. Because that box you see on your screen is not 100% accurate. That time, top of the zone called for a strike, 3-1. That one was a little bit high. That might have been a charity strike, making up for the two before. 3-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Cutter. Full count. Braves won. Marlins won. If you're just joining us, Matt Olson hit his 19th home run of the year. The 3-2. Swing. Pops it up high into center field. Not very deep, playable, and that'll end the inning. But up for Matt Olson and your Atlanta Braves have tied it up. It's 1-1. We'll be back in a flash.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Whoever got a blue Honda at Walmart, your kids smoking your roaches out your ashtray.
You can't even call in now to the Clemson head coaches show because Dabo Sweeney's no longer taking calls on his coaches show from anyone, from fans. That's how soft these guys are now.
Was it Tyler in Spartanburg was the caller last year?
Yeah.
Was that our guy who called in to criticize Dabo Sweeney? So now they're going to ban phone calls?
The righteous Dabo Sweeney is not even going to take calls from fans.
This is so analog of Dabo Sweeney that it's perfect. Like in a digital world, in a high-speed age, milquetoast analog move is to ban callers from your coach's call-in show.
This is going to be the longest hour ever.
With your local sponsors and everyone else, I'm thinking, goodness gracious. First off, I go back to what I just said about Deion Sanders. What would Dabo Sweeney sit there and say? He'd huff and puff. His face would get all red. He'd be wearing that orange Clemson sweatshirt. He'd throw his daggum hat in the ground if some player came up to him and said, Coach, they're being too mean to me over there. I don't know what to do. They're yelling at me. They're talking trash about me. They're saying I'm not a good linebacker. I think I need to sit out the next couple series and figure it out. Dabo Sweeney would go nuts. His face would turn purple. It'd almost explode with old school cliches back at that linebacker for doing that. And now Tyler in Spartanburg has him shook?
I'm Greg Maddox. My brother was a big part of it. Used to hang out with his friends.
We'd play pickup games. You know, we'd throw the bat and do the thing about who'd be captain. And, you know, here we are at 15, he's at 10, and he's playing with us. And I'd get first pick, and I said, I'll take Greg. And they go, why you want to take him? I said, he's the best player out here. You kidding me?
My sophomore year in high school, right after the basketball season, we had our last game on Friday. One of my teammates goes, baseball tryouts are Monday. Are you going to try out? And it was kind of like, sure, why not?
Welcome back. Lefty-righty matchup. Joey Wentz goes back to work. First pitch on the way. Swing, dribbles it over towards shortstop. It's going to be a 63 put out. Allen to Olsen, one away. One down. Joey Wentz at 66 pitches through 4 1/3. A little high at that mark. Needs a quick inning here. First pitch on the way to Hernandez, the number 2 hitter. Is a 4-seam fastball. It's a 1. Oh, 1 count. Swing, fouls it back. It's 0-2. Roberto Hernandez 0 for 2 with the fly out and the ground out. Lefty-righty matchup. The 0-2. Down and in, 1-2. Hernandez, 7 home runs on the year and 8.77 OPS. Pretty good offensive weapon out there in right field for the Marlins. 1-2 count. Swing, rips it down the third base line, just foul. Does look like the right-hander Tyler Phillips is warming up in the Marlins bullpen. Quantrell is at just 47 pitches. You wonder, did he get hurt? Or are they just treating this as almost like a bullpen game with him? That is a low pitch count considering he is a starter. The 1-2. Down and away. Do you go around? Strike 3! Joey Wentz finally gets a strikeout. Good Lord. Took a check swing, but he went around. Lefty-lefty matchup. Stowers the batter now. First pitch, 93, right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Appears if you're going to get leniency from Powell, it's going to be east to west. Because that pitch was probably an inch or two off the zone. Which has been that way just about the whole game, so if you know that going in, there's not a lot you can say. As once again, those boxes are not 100%. The 0-1 fouls it back. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Kyle Stowers walked in the third. Braves are tied with the Marlins 1-1. The 0-2. Swing, fouls it back. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. We'll do it again. Not sure if we went around and mentioned it, but third base is Edwin Moscaso today. Second base is Chris Guccione, and first base is Chad Whitson. The 0-2. Swing, slaps that foul. We'll do it one more time. Stowers with 25 home runs on the year. The 0-2 count. Trying to get him to chase that cutter. 1-2. It's more of like a flattened out slider today. In other starts, it's been diving away, almost like a nosedive Now it's more of like a flatten, and that's got a lot to do with why he doesn't have the strikeouts. The 1-2. Caught, looking strike 3. Punched him on a wide strike for out number 3. We'll take it. Second strikeout of the day for Joey Wentz. Hey, when he start hitting that number over there, he might get his number out in the desert. We'll be back in a flash.
Okay, y'all. So I know y'all like your women a little curvy, and I am a people pleaser down to the bone. So I just found out I have a mild case of scoliosis. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I truly do everything in my power to make y'all happy.
Ireland has been ranked as one of the top 10 most miserable countries in the world. We've been trying our best, and it's great to see our work being recognised. It's not so much that we're all miserable, it's just that being happy in Ireland is considered very rude. It's not like in America, oh, how was your day? Oh, my day is going great. Unacceptably selfish thing to say. If you're having a good day, keep it to yourself. I've enough on my plate without worrying about how great everything is going for you. If you're having a conversation in Ireland, your goal is to find something you can both complain about as quick as possible. Also, if somebody compliments you, you have to ruin it. Your t-shirt is lovely. Where did you get it? Oh, it was really cheap and I'm very fat looking in it. It doesn't matter.
I never worry about my guy cheating on me. Like, it's truly, it doesn't even cross my mind. But I do believe that he gets upset with me and turns the hot water heater down. And I'm not sure which betrayal is worse, because if you've ever tried to shave your legs with goosebumps, you completely understand where I'm coming from. I think I'd just rather have him cheat on me.
These pickup games he played as a kid in Las Vegas on Sunday mornings. They would meet at a field. There was an old scout there called Ralph Madar.
I drugged my brother along one time. He started throwing, and Ralph said, wow.
Ralph said that movement and location is more important than velocity. He was teaching me how to pitch in the big leagues. He wasn't teaching me how to pitch in high school. He was teaching me how to pitch beyond that.
And so he learned early on that moving the baseball was more important than throwing it hard.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way. The fastball down and away out of the zone to Eli White. It's 1-0. 1-0. 95 sinker at the knees. Phillips is in the game. It's 1-1. I don't know if that was an injury related or if they just don't want Quantrell going through the lineup again. The 1-1 pitch, swing. Sweeper, 1-2. A Q&A time. Wonder when everybody's grilling or cooking today for Sunday lunch or for Sunday dinner. I think we're going to do Phillies after the game. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the sweeper, 1 away. Normally we do something a little more traditional on Sundays, but I think we're going to do Phillies today because we got the stuff to do it. Burgers and fries. Are you cooking the burgers, Tree Nug, or are you going to head down to the drive-thru? First pitch on the way to Nacho Alvarez is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Awesome. Nothing better than a homemade burger. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires in the dirt. 2-1. I haven't made my homemade burgers in a long time. We've had such a hectic year this year. I might have to do that in the near future. The 2-1 count. Inside almost gets. He clipped his arm. I think it really hit his jersey, but Nacho Alvarez will head on down to first. We'll take it, and that'll get things going here in the bottom of the 5th inning here in Braves country. Good way to lean into that. Yeah, that barely nicked his sleeve. Nacho Alvarez.
Whoa, you check it out. What? Look, that guy.
Get me some nachos.
It is a sign in these nachos to help me.
I mean, it barely kissed his sleeve. That's the best way to get hit by a pitch. First pitch on the way is down and away. They said that Allen went around. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Profar on deck. You do wonder why we don't give it the shot of one or two things here with Allen at the plate. Is the 0-1 right there at the knees? 0-2. Either laying a bunt down or the fact that they have the infield back into the left, huge hole on the right side, do a little hit and run. Because though Allen does not have any power, he does handle the bat pretty well. If you're just trying to get someone to make contact with the runner in motion, you do not see the hit and run enough anymore in the days of baseball today. The 0-2, swing, pops a back foul. That was my favorite play to watch when I was a kid, and they've just taken it out of it. They believe that sitting back and waiting for the 3-run home run is the way to do it. And, they were doing that in the 70s when the DH came around in the American League, and then the American League realized that was not good baseball as the 0-2, down and away 1-2. They got away from that, and then we went into the steroid era, Barry Bonds and all the other cheaters, and they went back into it, and they started to fade away from that, and then they went right back into it when we went into the analytics. Yeah, if you can get that 3-run home run, that's nice, but you can't live off of that. The 1-2. Swing, just, nope. Thought he got a piece of it, popped out of the glove of the hind catcher of the Miami Marlins, Liam Hicks, but it looks like he just dropped the ball. Oh, yeah, he didn't come anywhere close to that. I think when he went to go grab it, he got some dirt that popped out of his glove. First pitch on the way is a sweeper, down and away. It's 0-1. Milk is getting some burgers, fries, and mac and cheese. Looks like we got a lot of burgers and fries today. It's a good summertime Sunday afternoon meal as Hicks is going out there to talk to Quantrell. Jen Powell went out there with him, so I'm thinking it's got something to do with the pitch comm device. Ball boy's coming up. Man, that ball boy has got more. He's got 5 or 6 sliding gloves in his back pocket. I mean, he might as well have a Schneider utility belt with all the junk he's carrying. I wonder if anyone's ever told him he'd be better off with the utility belt. Y'all remember Schneider? One day at a time. It's what that kid needs going out there. He had all these sliding gloves, pitch comm devices falling out of his pockets. The 0-1. Profar takes it in the dirt. 1-1. 1-1 count. But if you do a hit and run at the beginning of the at bat with Allen, when he's most likely to get something straightened on the plate, all he's got to do is tap it towards the right side. As the 1-1 swing lifted high and deep into right field, over the head, off the wall, misplayed by Hernandez. Hernandez can't find it. Here comes Nacho heading around and heading home, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 2-1 lead. The jerk store goes back to work.
Well, the jerk store, Cole, they're running out of you.
That ball was scalded.
It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Nacho running on contact with 2 outs. So when the ball came off of the glove of Hernandez, it kind of tipped behind him, and he hit the wall. And when he first came off the wall, he didn't know where it was. Center fielder Hill was backing up the plate, and he was pointing at it. So when he finally gets the ball into the infield, Nacho came across with no throw. And Matt Olson, who hit a home run his last time up, stands up there. The runner at second. Pitch on the way. Off the 0-1 is in the dirt. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing. Chops it towards the first base side, but foul. For once, Freddie Gonzalez wasn't holding up the runner. He was waving him the whole way. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is in the dirt. Bounces behind and in front of the catcher. Hicks, by the time he finds it, as it's bobbling all over the place, it's going to make for an easy route to third base for Jurickson Profar. It bounced off the plate, off his glove, off his mask. He turns his back and it's behind him, and it's rolling about halfway up to the pitcher mound. It ends up being Quantrell that gets the ball, but by that time, Profar was already standing at third. The 2-2, high and out of the zone. Full count. So a full count to Olson. Righty-lefty matchup. The payoff pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Marcell Ozuna, the batter. Righty-righty matchup. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. First pitch to the Big Zoo, who's 0 for 2 on the day. It's a sweeper in the dirt. It's 1-0. He's 0 for 2, but he gave one a ride that just missed pay dirt. 2 home runs yesterday. Home run right here would tie him with the team lead. 1-0 off the plate, 2-0. 2-0 count. Infield is back and to the left. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss at the sweeper, 2-1. Two-1 right there for a strike. It's 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Braves lead by 1. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3. Now Olson will be on the move with the pitch. The payoff pitch. Runner goes. Outside, wide, ball 4. And he'll head on down to first. And the Big Bear loads the bases up. We've got ducks all over the pond. Sean Murphy coming to the plate. Go out there and talk to Phillips. That's the pitching coach, Daniel Moskos. Home plate umpire, Jen Powell goes out there to break up the powwow. We've got runners at first, second, and third. Profar, Olson, and Ozuna around the horn. So good speed at third, okay speed at second, and a sloth at first. So to score all three, the ball would really have to kick around out there in the outfield. Or Sean Murphy could just clank it over the wall and we could all dance in the streets. First pitch on the way, the ball popped up, it goes behind home plate, and here comes Jerickson Profar with a wild pitch. It's 3-1. Good hustle by Profar.
They're running out of you.
Profar pro good.
It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
As soon as that ball popped up, Profar knew he could take off because it bounced off the glove of Hicks and went high in the sky. First pitch on the way is a strike on the outer edge to Murph, evening up the count. After that, it's 1-1. Righty-righty matchup. Runners now at second and third, so now a single could score two. 1-1. Check swing in front of the mound. Off juggling, making the grab. Phillips throws it to first, and that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put a couple on the board, mainly because of the jerk store. We'll be back in a flash.
Are you kidding? That's unfair. She made those. I need to calm down. Everything's fine. I'm an adult.
There is a lot of people who believe that Nolan Ryan is overrated. I'm here to tell you he's not. I'll prove it. He reached double digits in wins in 20 of his 27 seasons. As he got older, he got stronger. In the 7 seasons after he turned 40, he had a 3.33 ERA. In 8 different seasons, he had double digits in complete games. His 61 career shutouts rank 7th all time. For the people that say he didn't have a Cy Young, look back at his 1973 season. Although Palmer and Ryan had similar stats, Ryan also had 2 no-hitters that season and broke the record for the all-time strikeouts in a season. His strikeout record will never be broken, not only because of innings limits and pitch counts, but also because I don't see any pitcher pitching at a high level for 27 or more seasons. He holds the all-time record for lowest hits per 9. From 1973 to 1991, there were 300 games in which a pitcher went 9 or more innings and allowed 2 or fewer hits. Nolan Ryan accounted for 26 of them. Not only did he throw 7 no-hitters, he also had 12 one-hitters and 18 two-hitters. Randy Johnson wouldn't be able to break Nolan Ryan's strikeout record even if he played for another 4 years and averaged 200 strikeouts per season when he retired. At one point in his career, he threw a remarkable 235 pitches in a game that went 15 innings. He struck out twice as many as he walked. He averaged 103 walks per season, or 3.5 walks per game over his career. Over his career, hitters had a 204 batting average against him. Over that same time, the league average was 256. If you think Nolan Ryan is overrated, you just simply didn't follow his career.
I think timing is everything, and when we met, I think he was 37. I think he was ready to kind of settle down.
It was pretty apparent once Leslie came into George's life that he had found the one, but it was a change for George. At that stage, it was Leslie, and it wasn't George the bachelor.
When we decided to get married, we did it really, really quickly, and then I probably got pregnant within 4 or 5 months. If that's not going to change your life, I don't know what is.
My life has changed because my priorities have changed a little bit, but baseball still is very, very, very important in my life. My performance, the team's performance, still very important, but not as important as my family.
Top of the 6th we go. First pitch on the way from Joey Wentz is a cutter. Right there at the knees, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty righty. Swing and a miss. Cutter. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Braves lead at 3-1. The 0-2 in the dirt. Did he go around? That was close. He did not. 1-2 held up. Marlins got the scoring started in the second inning. And an RBI single from Hicks scoring Hill. Braves didn't get their first hit till the third inning. As the 1-2 curveball nowhere near the zone 2. He is having a struggle with that curveball. It was the fourth inning. The Braves finally got on the board with a solo shot by Matt Olson, making it 1-1. 2-2 in the dirt. Cutter 3-2. So 0-2 turns into a bunch of nibbling, and now it's a full count. They're getting on the horn with the bullpen. The payoff pitch. Swing, rips it over to short. Allen's got it, flips it to first, 6-3, one away. Joey Wentz at 83 pitches. The fifth inning, if you're just joining us, Profar doubled to right, scoring Alvarez, and then came home on a wild pitch with the bases loaded. That's where we stand, 3-1. One up, one down, and Wentz stares into the right-handed bat. Dane Myers, who's 1 for 2. First pitch on the way, 92, top of the zone. Didn't get the call. It's 1-0. The 1-0. 4-seam misses, more like a sinker. It's 2-0. Count. Lefty-righty matchup. Brings it. Nowhere near the zone, 3-0. Standing on deck is Wagaman. Hill in the hole. The 3-0 pitch. Right there, P at the knees, 3-1. The 3-1 count. Right there. 2 blown calls in that at bat, and that'll send the runner down to third with 1 out. So those will definitely go on the umpire scorecard. Those 2 pitches in that at bat, they're only highlighting one on the Braves' vision. We're kind of treating this with kid gloves because normally they're much more critical. That's 2 blown calls, and that's going to be it for Joey Wentz. Victim of the strike zone calls. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Why is there a pancake in the silverware drawer?
I mean, why is there silverware in the pancake drawer?
Basketball players want to be football players, and football players want to be basketball players, and we all want to play baseball.
Enjoy sun-drenched days, epic stays, and plenty of room to roam in Greater Fort Lauderdale. Our hotels, attractions, and restaurants have taken the Visit Lauderdale's Safe and Clean pledge, so you can relax and explore with confidence. When you're ready for that well-deserved staycation, our 23 miles of golden beaches await. Find wide-open spaces to hike, bike, kayak, and paddleboard. Visit your favorite attractions, then dine out in style or al fresco on waterfront patios. Learn more at sunny.org.
Okay, if you were in the 20s, in the 80s, how did you get your hair to stay? Okay, because I am spraying. I am really spraying, and I am teasing. But in 20 minutes, this is going to be gone. How did you do it? Because that was up here. And as far as I'm concerned, it was there all day. So if you know, please let me know, because I'm trying to recreate your look. And I don't know how to do it, okay? Because I was born in 1999. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.
The ref wants to fight. See him? He's like, fight me. It's offside. Right, they're on his side. He's like, no, he's calling offsides. Oh, I didn't know. Cussing. No, it's a false start. Oh, false start. Same thing. It's not the same thing. Oh, okay. Look, power to the people. 4th down. Oh, 4th down. I mean, that's 4th down. Yeah, that's 4th down. Illegal hair pull. Illegal substitution. Nose punch. Face mask. Illegal leg stretch. You can't stretch. Roughing the kicker. Do you even watch football? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. Look, he's so bad he just kicked the ball. It's a field goal. Ref's like, why'd you kick the ball? If I was the ref, I'd probably go talk to him. I'd probably be like, you can't just be kicking the ball because you're mad.
It measures just 9 inches in circumference, weighs only about 5 ounces, and is made of cork wound with woolen yarn, covered with 2 layers of cowhide, and stitched by hand precisely 216 times.
Welcome back, Daysbel Hernandez. On to grab the ball, fires the first pitch for a ball way out of the zone. It's 1-0. 1-0. Slider outside wide, 2-0. Hernandez was wild last night. Gave up a run. Ended up putting out the fire before the Marlins tied it up. But he came in with a 4-run lead with a runner on. This is a 2-run lead with a runner on. 2-0. Right there for a strike to the 1. But this is really more where I see Daysbel going forward in the bullpen. If you want an actual bullpen that's going to compete for playoffs next year, Daysbel has to be the 6th inning guy. He can't be an 8th inning guy. The 1-2. Swing, chops, and back foul. Not until he gets his control under control, and he's never shown that in his career. 1-2 count. What's kept him coming back and forth from AAA to the majors is that velocity. The 1-2. Slider in the dirt. Might as well just rolled it up there. It's 2-2. Two count. Swing, pops it up. Underneath it, Eli White will camp under. Make the catch, 2 away. Two down, 1 on. That'll bring the left-handed bat of Marcy to the plate. Marcy coming in to pinch hit. Now that Joey Wentz is out of the game, he'll come on for Hill. He'll most likely stay in the game to play defense, probably in center field. Could slide one of the other guys over there. The first pitch on the way to Jacob Marcy is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. So those of y'all who are going to do the Fantasy Football League, we are going to draw the picks on this week's Thursday morning show if you want to catch it live. If not, it'll be on the app. It's just computer generated. All we do is press a button and it shows you on the app, so you don't have to see it live. But if you want to see it live, it'll be this Thursday. The 1-1. Slider down and in, 2-1. 2-1 count. And that draft will be a few weeks from Thursday. It'll be the day of the season. Doing that for the first time, so let's hope that goes well. 2-1 count. Flips it over to first. It'll be 9:15 right after the show starts. If you're at work, you can draft from your phone or a desktop or whatever. The 2-1. Outside wide. Didn't get the wide call this time. She'd been calling those pitches a little wide, but not this time. It's 3-1. The 3-1. Swing. Chops it over into right field. Making the running catch is the Book of Eli. Looked like that was screaming towards the gap, but he cuts it off. The dismay of Marcy is all over his face. We'll be back in a flash. Great defensive play. 3-1 your score.
My parents couldn't just raise me to be a dainty little princess who gets spoiled by their man. No, they made me the man. And now here I am spending my Sunday looking for a bar oil for my chainsaw. Most women probably don't even know what bar oil is. God, Fred.
Everyone has their opinion when it comes to unbreakable records, but Hack Wilson's 191 RBIs in 1930, in my opinion, will never be broken. Let's not forget, in 1930 they played 8 less games than they do now. He batted cleanup. The 3 spots in front of him in the lineup had 120 doubles and 44 triples that season. 2 of the 3 had non-base percentage over 400. Plain and simple, there was a lot of ducks on the pond when he came to the plate. Hack didn't get off to a strong start. In his first 18 games of the season, he only drove in 11 runs. Although he had 56 home runs that season, none of them were grand slams. Even if you take away all of the times he scored when he hit a home run, he would still have 135 RBIs. In August alone, he had 53 RBIs. Not only did he lead the league in RBIs, he also led the league in walks. He almost had as many RBIs as he had hits. He finished the season with 208 hits, which was only 17 more than his RBI total. What do you think? Will anyone ever break this record, or do you think it's unbreakable?
I knew absolutely nothing about baseball. Nothing. And people would talk like, oh yeah, he's really good. I didn't know what that meant. Originally, my best friend liked Greg and pointed him out to me. And I'm like, oh, well, that kid's pretty skinny. I can remember my first thought.
We met at a party. I was hungry. She was really good looking. And so I asked her to go eat.
We had our first date at a Mexican place. He says he doesn't remember ordering a hamburger, but I know he for sure did. Yeah, started kind of going to some of his games and just kind of grew from there.
I knew at that time, little brother was like really good. And all of a sudden it was like, you quit playing the other sports and just focus on baseball and chasing a dream. 84 draft came around and the Cubs were drafting like 3rd.
First pitch on the way to Michael Harris II, who's 1 for 2 on the day. He's right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball around his ankles. It's 0-2. I'd say that is the number 1 pitch, if he can work at something in the offseason, to lay off, is that bender that goes in and down. He is convinced he's going to loop it over the wall, but they keep aiming for it well out of the zone. The 0-2, did he go around? Look like he did. He did. Strike 3. Same pitch, same result. 1 away. But they are just tricking the hell out of him. I mean, he looks like it's his first time at bat in the major leagues every time they throw that pitch. He cannot lay off it. So if I'm his batting coach, his hitting coach, that's the number 1 thing I'm working on with him in the offseason, is learning how to identify that pitch and lay off of it. First pitch on the way is a curveball up top. It's 0-1. And because he chases that pitch, you see that looping swing when he gets into his slumps. Because he's trying to contact that pitch. He needs to just not even swing at that pitch. And if it ends up at a strike in the early parts of the count, so be it. Let it be a strike. 1-1 to Ozzie. Open stance from the left side. Braves lead it 3-1. The 1-1 pitch. Outside wide 2-1. He's got to get the mentality that you have the advantage until they get ahead of you in the at bat, as the 2-1s fouled straight back 2-2. So make them work for that advantage. Until then, pick your poison. And when you get to those 2 strikes, then you can shorten up your swing and try to fight them off. The 2-2. In the dirt. Did he go around? They check down the line, and they're going to say he held up this time. Moscaso loves to ring people up from first and third base, but he said he held up. It didn't look like he offered. And most umpires, I would say, that there's no even reason to check down there, but he is so liberal with those strike calls down there. The payoff pitch. Swing. Oh, got him right in off the foot. So he's going to need a second to rub some dirt on that. Kneecap. Left back leg kneecap. Full extension, too. That is going to smart. Full count. Swing, rips it to right center field. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Ozzie Albies takes the wide turn. Go, baby, go, baby, go! He is safe, and your Atlanta Braves have a runner in scoring position with one away. Good hit by the Wiz.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Ball got into the gap. Marcy is in center, and it is still Hernandez in right, and he turned and fired the ball, but that was going to take a perfect throw, and Ozzie gets in just safe. First pitch to Eli is out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Check down the line, did not go around. Ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. I know one thing. If we win this game, we're going to have to see if Jen Powell can just follow us around the country, because we're 2-0 in games that she's managed, umpired so far. The 2-0 pops it up into right field. Making the catch is Hernandez. He'll fire it into the infield, but no chance of Ozzie trying to advance on that one. That was pretty shallow. So Braves down to their last out here in the 6th inning. It all come down to what Nacho Alvarez can do. Nacho, 1 for 1 with a single and a hit by pitch. He came around to score on that hit by pitch. So a pretty good day for the Nacho man. Betting just 208 on the year. First pitch on the way, down and away. It's 1-0. But a base hit right here would be an RBI. It would also give us some insurance and push this lead up to 3, which takes it out of bloop and blast territory. The 1-0 below the knees, 2-0. Hicks tried to frame it but did not get the call. 2-0 count. Righty-righty matchup. Swing and a miss, sweeper. 2-2. He was going for the downs on that one. Huge hole on the right side. If he just pokes it through over there, Ozzie will run for days. The 2-1 count. Swing, pops it back foul, 2-2. The 2-2 count. Ozzie at second. Infield back into the left. First baseman Wagaman playing about a third of the way in between first and second. The 2-2. Swing. Rips that sinker back foul. We'll do it again. See if Phillips goes to that bender again. He's at 49 pitches. This is essentially a piggyback situation from Quantrill to Phillips. Quantrill went 4 innings, gave up a run. Phillips has gone an inning and 2/3 so far and given up 2. The 2-2. Inside, 3-2. Curveball misses. Thankfully, that missed the zone, because I do believe Nacho was locked up. He was sitting dead red, and that thing came bending in. If that hits the zone, he's not going to be able to pull the trigger. The payoff pitch. Down below the knees, ball 4. Just missed the zone, and the Nacho man.
Whoa, hey, check it out. What? Look, that guy.
Get me some nachos.
Runners on first and second, 2 outs, and I think that's going to be it. That looks like it. As McCullough's coming out to make the pitching change, we'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Hey, football fans, you ready for the gridiron? Thursday and Friday mornings, the Armchair Quarterback Show returns, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be talking college and NFL football, the point spreads, fantasy football advice, and more. Want to catch it live? Become a Country Club member today here on Braves Country Radio. We'll make the replay available to the public later on that day, as we're being broadcasted nationwide on independent radio stations. As a member catching it live, you can ask your questions. We'll answer all. Point spread advice, player props, your fantasy football questions. It's the Armchair Quarterback Show, Thursday and Friday mornings this fall here on Braves Country Radio.
The Armchair Quarterback.
Welcome back. It'll be the right-hander Zuber. We saw him earlier in this series. First pitch on the way. He's a sweeper down the way. It's 0-1. Nick Allen, the batter. Little surprised they didn't go to Drake Baldwin to pinch hit and then have someone else play short the rest of the way. This is a big spot in the game. The 0-1 swing. Chops it over to third, and that'll end the inning. 5-3 put out. And once again, old man in the dugout getting out advantage once again. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
If you ain't at Chick-fil-A, then where you at? I'm at Popeyes because I'm black.
Stop telling women on the internet how beautiful they are and go say it to your wife.
Okay, well, she might like it. Hey, honey, did you know that these women on the internet are beautiful?
You know, in my experience, all the people that said I was negative and challenging were just angry that I was on to them. Yeah. Gotcha, bitch!
Do people still say bound chicka wow wow? I feel like if I said that to a child, not a child, I just feel like what the f***? If like a teenager heard that saying, they'd be like, what? That's what I meant.
The day of the draft was the day of our class trip. We were going to go to Hawaii, and the draft was going to start about an hour before I took off for that flight. You know, there was talk that I could go in the first round, so, you know, I thought, well, okay.
Chicago Cubs select 0965.
I remember being at the airport, calling home, and did I get drafted? And they said, no, you didn't get drafted.
I remember they picked Drew Hall, you know, strapping left-hander out of Kentucky. 6'4", left-handed, you know, sure. You know, you're 5'11", you weigh $145. No, I don't think so. We're going to bet on the 6'4" guy, you know.
Okay, that concludes the first round. We're going to pause for a moment right now.
Hopped on the plane, went to Hawaii. When I landed, I called back home, and they said, yeah, you got drafted in the second round. The Cubs took you. You know, enjoy your 5 days in Hawaii on your class trip, and you could report when you get back to the States.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac McGee, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Dylan Lee will come on to the mound to face Hicks. So we start this top of the seventh inning. Hicks, Sanoa, and Edwards due up, so the 8-9-1 batters. Lefty-lefty matchup, first pitch, 92 right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Hicks 1 for 2 with an RBI single. 258 average from the backstop of the Marlins. The 0-1. Right there, 92, right down the pipe. It's 0-2. Figure he might be going to the slider here to get him to chase. The 0-2 count. Slider in the dirt away, 1-2. One-two count, swing, chops it out in front of the plate. Sean Murphy has it, fires it to first, and it's a 2-3 put out, one away. Oof, they're showing that, what's his name, Wiley Bauer, trying to do batting practice where the kid zone is at. Oh, man, that dude never played a sport in his life. Holy Toledo, I would not let them televise that if I was that bad. He's not even holding the bat right, but he was chopping down on it like he was playing, what's that game that was always at Showbiz and Chuck E. Cheese where you're trying to mash the mallet on the little gophers that would pop up? That's what he looked like trying to hold a bat. 0-1 count to Sanoa. Lefty-righty, swing, chops it foul. It's 0-2. Whack-a-mole, that's what it was, John, thank you. Looked like he was playing whack-a-mole. Man, he is bad. And the guy throwing it to him doesn't look much better. I think I'm a little surprised he's trying to throw overhanded 3 feet away from him. But it's just two guys that should not let themselves be televised. The 0-2 pops it up behind home plate. Smurf tosses the mask, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 7th inning. 1 out away from stretch time. Dylan Lee, 7 pitches in. Came on yesterday, and of course we've got the day off tomorrow, so we'll be able to reset the entire bullpen. First pitch on the way to Edwards. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Big out here because you'd love to keep Edwards off the base paths. He just causes so much havoc. The 0-1. If there's one guy on the Marlins team that I would like to take and make them our own, it's Xavier Edwards. You're talking about having instant offense at the top of your order. The 0-1, swing, slices it foul down the line. It's 0-2. Batting .304 on the year now. Oh my God, now they're showing him sliding into the base. It's oofa. Long season. They keep showing his antics, and they are getting worse and worse each game. The 0-2 count. 94. Oh, man, right on the edge. Jen missed the call. We'll do it again. Smurf was heading to the dugout. That was right there. The 1-2. Misses 2-2. She crouches down behind the catchers, and she's missing those bottom corners. I don't think she has to crouch, though. The taller guys have to be. Usually the shorter ones don't crouch so far. The 2-2. 96 up top, misses 3-2. So a full count to Edwards now. Lefty-righty, the pitch, swing, sizzles it to right field, down for a base hit, and the blown call will keep the inning alive. 1 on, 2 outs, 2 blown calls back-to-back. Both of those calls in the bottom of the corner were strikes. Pierce Johnson's warming up in the bullpen. Looks like he's about ready. Reading the lips of Kranitz to to Snicker a second ago, he said he's ready, so they're just going to leave Lee in to see if he can get this next batter. Stowers is on deck. That probably has a lot to do with it. If they do end up reaching with the next batter, they probably want Lee to face the left-hander. Lee's only at 13 pitches, and we do have the day off. Edwards, who's been picked off a lot, but he's been able to skate through it. First pitch on the way. He's up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. 2 times in this series he's been picked off, but they haven't been able to execute the throw down to second. The 0-1. Down and in 0-2. So he's got a lot of speed, but he will get picked off. He just relies on that speed to make up for it. And so far, he has been thrown out in the series, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Dylan Lee straightens out that bad call, and we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch, Braves country. Welcome back, Braves country. Braves lead it 3-1. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Three runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Braves. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Marlins. Jerks and Profar top of the order to lead us off. Looks like they will send Zuber back out there. Just 2 pitches in the last inning to get out of the jam. Profar 1 for 3. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss cutter. Down below the knees, it's 0-1. The 0-1, inside, 95 miles an hour. 1-1. Tyler Zuber, the right-hander. 1-1 pitch, swing, chops it foul off his foot. He'll hit the ground. Needs a second to walk it off. He's limping around a little bit. See where that ball got him. Ooh, right there on the kneecap. Back knee. About where Ozzy got hit. And I don't know if he's not wearing any padding. I think Ozzy had some kind of padding there on those kneecaps. He might have gotten straight bone right there. Tyler Zuber, ex-New York Met. Also played for the Rays and Royals. One, two outside, 2-2. He's got some high heat there. He throws that four-seam fastball 50% of the time. So also has a sweeper at 26%. The 2-2. Bangs it foul down the line. We'll do it again. That cutter that you just saw at 13% of the time. And a sinker slider change mix. Those are all show me pitches. He tosses those in there at a total of about 10% of the time with all three of them. So he's mainly four-seam sweeper cutter. The 2-2 bangs it down the line. We'll do it again. Not very often that you see a reliever with 6 pitches that he uses. Two count. Brings it. Swing. Hits it towards left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And Profar pro good. Jurickson Profar. Not a hard hit ball, but it found its way to left field. Just 76 miles an hour off the bat.
They're running out of you. It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Matt Olson takes the first pitch inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Kind of reminds me of a couple other phrases, but if a relief pitcher has 6 pitches, does he really have a pitch? The 1-0, swing and a miss. 1-1. You usually develop those 6 pitches as a starter because you're going through the lineup several times. If you've got 2 or 3 pitches you can lean on that are elite, that's all you need as a reliever. 1-1, down and in. The ball is low. They're going to fire it down to first. Profar's just back in time. Pitch misses. It's 2-1. Profar dancing around down there at first base. He's hoping to catch them napping. The 2-1 to Olson. Swing, chops it off his instep. It's 2-2. He's got an ERA of 6 this year, with just 3 innings so far, so he's just coming up this year. The 2-2 lifts it into left field. That's going to get dinked over the head of the infield, and we'll have runners on first and third as Matt Olson slices one. We've got runners on the corners. Nobody out. And the Big Zoo coming to the plate. Good hustle by Jurickson Profar reading the ball off the bat well. I know he's a polarizing character, but I like Profar, man. He's always smiling, always hustling. First pitch on the way to Ozuna is up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Don't get me wrong, he's an adventure in the outfield. But most left fielders are. The 0-1. Swing, slices it foul. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. The infield is in. So we have a chance for a big inning. If Marcel can shoot one through the hole. The 0-2. High and out of the zone. 1-2. Hicks jumped to the top of his leap. Looked down to third. Profar is in his head for sure. He is sneaking up and down the line. Hicks is just ready to either throw him out or let him score. He's about over Profar. The 1-2. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. Marcel trying to get under one. Lifted out to the outfield. Fly ball would easily turn this into a 3-run game. If he gets one down into the gap, Olsen, those long strides, he might be able to score. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. So a 2-2 count, 2 on, nobody out. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 on, a 2-2, lead by 2. The pitch. Swing! That ball's blasted high and deep. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong as 3-run shot. And the Big Zoo goes big fly. A hanger, a banger, and she gone. 6-1 your score. That was a hanging curveball, and the Braves have broken it open to a 5-run lead. Sean Murphy, the batter, first pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. I mean, if you're going to give him these at-bats and you're going to let him pad his stats, you might as well go and see if you can extend him before he gets to free agency. First pitch on the way off of that 0-1 is a sweeper down and away. 1-1. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1. Right there for a strike. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chased a sweeper off the edge. 1 away. Marcell Ozuna retaking or tying the home run lead, I should say, for the team total of 19 with Matt Olson, who hit one as well today. First pitch on the way is a sinker down and in. It's 1-0. How far did it fly? 422 happy feet. 1-0. Outside wide, 2-0. The 2-0 count. Joey Wentz. The 2-0. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep. Get up, get up, get up! She's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong. A solo shot, and Michael Harris makes it 7-1. How about that, Braves country? Michael Harris comes through again. Money Mike, how far did it fly? His 12th home run of the year, 55th RBI.
That's all right. My name is Money Mike. All right, then.
374 happy feet later.
Use your ass. This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun. Might want to shave. Might want to shave somebody else. Never know.
That shoe's getting a lot of drinks out of it today. Zuber's going to go hit the showers. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. 7-1 your score. We lead by a 6-pack on a Sunday fun day. On this date, 1901, at Cleveland's League Park, the Blues, later known as the Indians, beat Chicago 11-7. White Sox right-hander Frank Isbell strands 11 runners on the base paths to set an American League mark. On this date, 1944, in a night game at Crosley Field, 29-year-old Braves right-hander Red Barrett throws 58 pitches, beating the Reds 2-0. The 9-inning pitching duel will feature 64 plate appearances and takes only 75 minutes to complete the game. And on this date in 1957, Mickey Mantle becomes the first player to clear the center field hedge at Memorial Stadium with the 460-foot blast in the Yankees' 6-3 victory over the Orioles. Baltimore's Boog Powell and Twins slugger Harmon Killebrew will also complete the feat in 1962 and 1964, respectively. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Welcome back, Braves Country. Atlanta Braves. Lead this one now 7-1. Lake Bakar is coming on with a 3.22 ERA to try to settle down the waves as the Braves have poured it on the Marlins. 4 runs here in the 7th inning, 2 in the 5th, after tying it up in the 4th with the solo shot by Olsen, and it's 7-1. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Ozzie hit a double back in the 6th inning. 1 for 3 on the day. The 0-1. Swing, bangs it foul down the line. Sweeper into the dugout. The first base side of your Atlanta Braves. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. In the dirt. Try to get him to chase the splitter. 1-2. One-two count. I think it was an employee up there at the Chop House that caught the home run bounce off of Harris's home run as the 1-2 outside wide 2. They keep showing it. He was carrying a daiquiri, but it looked like he was working because he had like a server's apron. He caught it barehanded as he was walking down the stairs, and he got a round of applause from the fans there. The 2-2 count, swing, chops it foul. I think a lot of the fans were asking for the ball because he said something like, "No, that's mine, that's mine." He's probably been out there working for years and never caught one. 7-1 your score. The 2-2 pops it up down the left field line. Third base giving chase to Noah, makes the grab. And 2 down. Happy hour's coming up next, so warm up your emojis, Braves Country. Eli White stands in, trying to add to this 7-1 lead. Righty-righty matchup. Book of Eli with the high socks takes the first pitch into the dirt, bounces to the back screen. It's 1-0. I'm telling you, this Jen Powell is a good luck charm. We got to keep her just following us around the country. We might make the playoffs. 1-0 count. This score holds, we'll be 3-0 in games that she is umpired in. Pitch on the way, swing, lifts it down the right field line. It'll go foul. High fly ball, 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Went for the sweeper inside. Braves will have the day off tomorrow. Then we head to the bright lights of New York City to stomp on the hopes of the New York Mets. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put 4 on the board. We grab a 7-1 lead, and it's 8th inning time here in Braves country.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
And losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
Okay.
Have dinner, ready? I put my pants on, one leg at a time. Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is no...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Pregame. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
Seven to 1 your score. Pierce Johnson will come on. Try to hold it right here. First pitch on the way is a curveball, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Pierce looks in. Swing! And that bat goes towards, over the first base towards the dugout. 1-1. Johnson be given a second to... That ball smacked up against the screen. Those screens aren't there. Someone's getting clubbed in the head. They haven't had those screens up that long. It's only been a handful of years. Oh, you remember the purists that were complaining about that nonsense? 1-1 count. 84 up top. Misses high, curveball, 2-1. He throws the curveball 71% of the time. Four-seam just 23% of the time. The cutter 6% of the time. Kind of like what I was talking about with Tyler Kinley is the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. He struggled in Colorado because his curveball just simply wouldn't curve enough. So he was throwing the fastball a lot more. When he came to Atlanta, the Braves told him to lean on that curveball, and he's never looked back. The 2-2 check swing goes around. Did he go around? They're going to say he held up. Full count. Payoff pitch from Pierce. Brings it. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Eli will call off Ozzie. F9 in your scorecard, 1 down. One up, 1 down. First pitch on the way, swing, fouls it straight back. It's on 0-1. Curveball right there, belt high, it's 0-2. Otto Lopez, 0 for 3 on the day. 2 ground outs, a line out. The 0-2, pops it up, high in the sky. Making the catch is Eli, 2 down. Braves 7, Marlins 1. First pitch on the way is a curveball right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Scooby's asking about the umpire. Doing well. I mean, has missed some calls, but I'd be willing to bet when we get the scorecard and compare it on Tuesday's Braves Country Today, I'd be willing to bet it's better than the others we've seen this weekend. So a 1-1 count. You got to realize when you see that box on your screen, whether you're watching at home or you're watching on this, it's not 100%, and regardless is the 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. What you're seeing is when the catcher catches the ball, where it is on that box. What an actual strike is where the ball crosses the plate. So when we get the reports back on the following day, they don't always line up with what we thought we saw. Now there are some umpires that are just so egregiously bad you can't even defend it. 2-2 count, and go back and watch some games. I'm talking about watch some games in the 80s and 90s, 2000s when you were growing up on baseball. They were missing the zone all the time. It wasn't even close. The 2-2 outside wide, 3-2, because they didn't have all these different ways of measuring them, and it is what it is. Go back to that Eric Gregg game, Levon Hernandez versus the Braves with the Marlins, and you'll see a real what the hell kind of game. The payoff pitch, swung on, chopped over to short, and it's going to be a 6-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. Marlins go down 1-2-3. Nacho Alvarez leads us off when we return.
I think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
You don't go into the other team's clubhouse. I'm sorry.
But if I'm on that team, I'm going, get the bleep out of here. We'll see you on the field. You don't need to be in the other team's clubhouse. If you play on the other team, you'll see them on the field. I know times have changed. I don't care about fraternization. I don't care about pimping homers. I don't care about any of that. You don't walk into my clubhouse. You just don't. If I would have gone into the other team's clubhouse, even if you leave on good terms, in the clubhouse, somebody would have been like, get the out of here now.
Have you seen a player while you were playing head into an opposing clubhouse?
Not one time in 13 seasons did I ever see this. You know, to me, this was on Kevin Cash. You got to know, like, man, come on, man. These other guys are in here trying to prepare for a game. Look, there's many ways to sneak around in the clubhouse and in the stadium if you want to see a guy besides, you know, strolling him through the actual clubhouse, coach's office, or, you know, even in the cage. I have nothing wrong even meeting in the cage, you know, in the tunnel. But the clubhouse has always been sacred.
You don't go into the other team's clubhouse.
Baby, you can play with your taxes. You can play with your ass. You can play with your rent. But not me. Good day, my love.
Well, you know, first time away from home. I was 18. You know, you go from Vegas to Pikeville, Kentucky. I mean, it's a pretty drastic difference. You know, we stayed in the dorms, and I was like baffled that there was no place to eat at 9 o'clock at night. Everything was closed. Jim Ferry was our first manager, and, you know, he was from the South, had the Southern Alabama accent, and, you know, he would always like start every sentence off, listen up, all right, y'all suck, okay? Ain't none of you good enough to get to the big leagues. So y'all, you better get the names and addresses, everybody, because half you mother aren't going to be around here next year.
Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th we go. Calvin Faucher back on for the Miami Marlins. We've seen the whole bullpen from both teams pretty much this weekend, as the Braves set to take 4 or 5 from the Marlins and knock them out of the playoff hunt. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball down and away. It's 1-0. Marlins lose this game. If they lose this game, they came into today 6 games out of the wild card race. This will knock them backwards again. There's the 1-0 right there at the knees. 1-1. And you're talking about running out of games and you have to jump teams. The division, there's no way they're catching that. But we're talking about the wild card, the 1-1. Lifts it into right center field and making the running catch on the fly is Derek Hill. F8 in your scorecard, 1 away. Y'all were asking about Jen Powell, where she may be from. She was actually born in West Milford, New Jersey. And as far as I can tell, spent her entire early life in the New Jersey area. She was an art teacher at one point and quit it to become a minor league umpire, and the rest is history. I won't bore you with all those details, but in 2016, she attended the Minor League Baseball Umpire Training Academy in Vero Beach, Florida, and her performance led to the spot in the minor league advanced course, which she completed by 2017. The 0-1 swing and a miss, it's 0-2. That same year, she began her professional baseball career in the Gulf Coast League, which is a minor league that is governed by Major League Baseball. As the pitch is outside wide, it's 1-2. And in 2023, she was able to work her way to AAA and was there the last 2 years, getting high ratings, and now she's here in the majors. 1-2, outside wide, 2-2. She was on the Major League Baseball call-up list last year, just never got the call. And that means if there's an injury or a sickness or something that happens to one of the umpires where they can't perform their duty, she would have been called up. Payoff pitch from Troucher. Righty-righty matchup. Standing on deck is Profar. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky, back behind home plate. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Sweeper takes it off the edge, 2 down. Profar will come to the plate. Jerks and Profar, 2 for 4 on the day. A fly out, a line out. So she's essentially from Mets and Yankees country, but she's been a good luck charm for the Braves so far. Righty-lefty matchup as Profar digs in with his red shoes. The first pitch, swing, slaps it towards left. Running in and making the catch on the fly is Myers, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down in order. We head to the 9th, 3 defensive outs away from taking 4 of 5 on a good old-fashioned fish fry here in Braves country.
What are you doing?
Dude, I am so sick of you yelling at me.
I'm so sick of you watching those videos.
Tutorials? Mind your business. Yes, I tell you this every time and you don't believe me, and that's a you problem, not a me problem. You don't know because you're not over here watching it. This girl right here? No, you listen. I'm like, ah! She was teaching us ladies how to tape up our boobies, so when you're wearing nothing but a blazer, they will stay. And that's what I was watching. And you always come in here wanting to yell at me and reverse parent roles over here. Yeah, huh?
Hi, is this witness protection? Yeah, so I tried learning how to play my husband's video game and ended up accidentally deleting all his progress. Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm all packed. I'll wait on the curb. Thanks.
You know, I love baseball, but I hated being away from home. That was a huge adjustment for me right there.
We're riding on crappy buses. People aren't really, we're not friends. We're 24 guys drafted and nobody knows anybody.
You know, we talk on the phone for 3 hours at a time, and he was just like, man, this is rough, it's lonely. It's hard. You're fitted for yourself.
It was basically, I'm going home. And I said, why?
I hated being away from home for the first time, really homesick.
He was having a rough time, and he called me up, and I said, well, you're going to stick around, right? And he goes, we'll see.
You knew he was kind of just right on the fence.
I wanted him to not quit because he was homesick. If you're brutal and you're getting just killed out there, well, maybe, but that wasn't the case, so.
One of the older guys, Bob Mandeville, took me in.
I'm like, Greg, you can't quit. You got a great career ahead of you.
He made the downtime more fun. We started playing cards together. Wasn't as homesick anymore. Started enjoying being around the guys, making new friends, teammates. It was just kind of a grown-up experience for me, probably more so than anything.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Tyler Kinley, who we were talking about earlier, will take to the bump. First pitch on the way. The slider on the outer cut, it's 0-1. Comes in with a 5.44 ERA, but if you remember when we traded for Pierce Johnson, he had a high ERA, and everybody was scratching their head. The 0-1, swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Same thing, he's got a slider. He's not necessarily the curveball guy. He's got a slider that just hasn't performed well in Colorado, but the Braves believe if you can get him out of those elements, he can pitch well. The 0-2. Oh, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. Yak! Slider on the outer edge, kissing the black, one away. Good pitch by Finley. That's that bender that has looked so much better. I was looking at the numbers since he came over in that trade, and it has performed so much better outside of Colorado. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. .95. Right there, smacks the outer edge. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Misses. 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Marcy the batter. Jacob Marcy, 6 for 14 in this series. Pitch on the way, down and away, 2-2. What you'll see from Kenley, majority, 62% of the time is that slider we've been talking about, the 2-2. Swing, rips it over to second. Ozzy's got it, flips it to first, and the Braves are one defensive out away from taking 4 of 5 in this series and winning 3 in a row, including a doubleheader yesterday. He throws the slider at 62%, the four-seam fastball at 26%. And that four-seam fastball tops out around 96, 97 miles an hour, averages around 95. He also has a curveball and change. And so the point of Kenley in getting him is that 2 of his pitches were basically worthless in Colorado. Pitch on the way is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Because of the elevation in the thin air, those sliders and those curveballs just tend not to spin well there. That's why they've been going after guys with high heat almost religiously, to the point now in Colorado drafts they don't even want to mess with the guy that is working on off-speed stuff. 0-2 count to Liam Hicks. The Braves 1 strike away from winning this game and knocking out the Marlins 4 out of 5 in this series. The 0-2 swings, swats it away. We'll do it again. Braves are off tomorrow. We'll have Braves Country today, Tuesday at noon. And then we go to New York to take on the Mets. That is also Dodgers versus Angels. We'll see Darno and Freeman. And as the 0-2 misses high 1-2. Jorge Soler. A lot of ex-Braves in that game as we're going to bring you the doubleheader. As the Angels try to hang in the wild card race, and the Dodgers in the National League race. The 1-2 slaps it into right down for a single, and it's a 2-out single for the Marlins. So they're not out yet. Then next weekend, the double dip Friday night double feature, we're going to have Braves in Cleveland, and then we'll finish it off with Padres versus Dodgers. First pitch is a slider right there for a strike to Sanoa, and the number 9 hitter, it's 0-1. Defensive indifference. As the runner moves to second, the 0-1. Right there, slider grabs the outer edge, 0-2. He's got good control of that slider. His ERA has got to be Colorado related. He's not a youngster. He's in his mid-30s, but he's someone that we can control the contract the next few years. The 0-2, swing, pops it up. Back behind home plate, it'll give chase into the crowd. We'll do it again. Padres, Dodgers, that is always a fun rivalry. The 0-2 count. Brings it, swing, rips it to left, and making the catch is Jerickson Profar. Braves win, Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Here comes Blooper onto the field, running out there with the flag. Atlanta Braves win this one 7-1. Player of the game, game ball, it has got to go. Marcell Ozuna, once again with the big game. Marcell Ozuna goes yard again, as did Olsen, as did Michael Harris. But his 3-run shot, his big fly, blew this game wide open. 3-run, 422-foot blast, making it a 6-1 lead at the time of the 7th inning. And your Atlanta Braves have won 3 in a row for their last 5. We will head to New York City on Tuesday night to take on the Metropolitans. Game 1 of a double dip. We'll see you on Tuesday, Braves Country today, noon Eastern, and then the doubleheader to follow. Have a great one, Braves Country.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
Some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me
Thank you.